Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. I'd like to tell you a story that happened yesterday, a story that brought about mixed feelings in me in that very moment. Yesterday I was working out at the gym. It was the day to exercise my back. And so I was doing back exercises. And to do back exercises, I need to use different machines. And there was one machine I really needed to use. I needed to do some back exercises on what's called the cable crossover machine. If you may have seen a large machine made of metal with metal wires that you can pull the handles to do this kind of thing, or maybe you saw some bulky, sweaty bodybuilder using it and watching his rippling, gushing muscles work out on this machine. Yeah, that's the machine I needed. Well, couldn't get to that machine. Why? There was an older, middle-aged Korean fellow who was on the machine, which is great. Use the machine for its purpose. It's good exercise. But he was doing the same exercise again and again and again and again and again and again. And he got off. And I said, yes. He went for a drink of water. And when I was ready to get on it, he quickly runs back to the machine and jumps on it to do the same exercise over and over again. 1 hour goes by. He's still on the machine. I need to do my freaking exercise. But the man was determined to blow up his arm muscles. He was doing the exact same exercise again and again and again. Well, I took some time to take a long break, and on my Facebook, I wrote a status message which said something along the lines of, I'd like to tell this guy that he is wasting his time and mine by doing the exact same exercise over and over again. And I got a lot of responses back from friends. Bob told me to spit in his face. No. Other friends told me to commit acts of extreme and egregious violence against him. No. Okay. Other friends told me to just say something to him, and I probably couldn't. At best, I'd probably get met with a confused look because the guy couldn't speak any English. At worst, I would get some kind of consternated response right back at me, and I didn't want that either. I really wanted to enjoy my workout. So I just let the man do what he was doing, and that was the end of that. Okay? But the man probably had one idea in his mind. He wanted miracles to happen in his arms. Okay? And so what I'd like to let everyone know today is there are 3 popular misconceptions about exercise that you should know. Okay? First, okay, the man made a mistake by overtraining too much. Okay? If you focus too much on your arms, too much, it's a big waste of time. There's a scientific concept called overtraining, where your muscles start producing too much ATP, adenosine triphosphate. It's the chemical that your body produces to just make your muscles work, make your muscles grow. And too much of that causes what was called an insulin spike, which actually starts to break down muscle tissue, which is another scientific word, which is called catabolism. Not cannibalism like eating your friends, but catabolism. Okay? So the point is, exercise your muscles in moderation. I think the guy would have benefited 2 to 3 sets, maybe 10 to 12 repetitions each set, and maybe once every 4 to 5 days. That is good enough. Okay? He wanted to really blow up his muscles. He would get more gain out of that. Okay, a second popular misconception that a lot of people have for why they don't like to work out is that exercising is boring. Okay? And yes, exercising is boring, and it would really take a miracle to get some of us to get out and exercise consistently. It doesn't have to be boring, okay? You can get a friend to help you, motivate each other. You get off your hiney and exercise with me. No, you know what, I don't feel like it. I don't want to hear about that. You get off and exercise. You can reciprocate that. Maybe your friend will have a day like that too, and you're pumped. You're going to drag him out and get him to exercise. Okay? Buddy system is a good way to motivate. Okay? Another popular misconception why people do not exercise often is that it is, I want to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and the women will say, I don't want to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Okay? Popular misconception, to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, there's two things you need to know. It's genetic a lot of the time. You just gotta have the right genes. And most of your bodybuilders use steroids legally, anabolic steroids. Believe it or not, steroids are actually legal under the direct advice of a licensed physician. Okay? And women, you will not look like that. It takes your hormones that you produce as women will prevent that. Okay? So in sum, okay, go out and get out and exercise. There is no miracle to exercise, okay? What can help you get exercise best? Serendipity, okay? May everything work out very well, like a windfall, okay? To help you get the refreshment you need in your life.